It is December. This is the stack. Well, some of these things are done. So I did little stockings. I played around with the embroidery machine with different colors. So there's a owl and another owl in a different color. And then my sister wanted some festive ones, so I ended up doing some for her. Did a little heart on this one. And they're really mini stockings, like very, very, like compared to my iron, very, very small. And I bought this beautiful plaid fabric, and I'm going to make a scarf out of it, like a really long infinity scarf, but have I done it? No, I've cut it out. And this is, oh my goodness, sewing. I bought this beautiful like panel, and I sewed some fabric on the other side, and then I'm probably gonna sew another piece of fabric just so it has some texture, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll just do some freestyle or freehand sewing. I'm not too sure, but I thought it would be a nice placemat or setting like in the center of the table, just because it's so much like fall, which now we're past. But I made two of them because I thought with I could use one at the daycare and play some sort of game on it. I've got this fabric I haven't done anything with, but here I have cut out the outside fabric, and then this is going to be the lining, and I have done some bias stuff for the straps because I'm going to make some bags. And yeah, so what I've done is just like bulk cut things out. So like I'll cut out I washed all the fabric, cut it all out the fabric, and then like cut out all the bias strips, hot iron them, and then sewed them. So now I just need to put it all together. So I will show you in just a second what the bags look like, because I already did my first batch of it. I also went to a knit night, so it was the first time in like 2 years that I've seen some of the people. So it was nice to catch up. We did a gift exchange, so like you have numbers, and then each person picks a number, and they can either pick a gift or steal a gift. So I ended up getting this. I stole this from somebody else. But it is natural silk and pure wool, and they're 25-gram balls. So I'm not too sure how much I got, but I'll probably make, I don't know what I'm going to make with it. I don't know what I was thinking, but I really like that there was silk and wool, so something maybe just even like a half shrug of a cardigan or a top or something. And then just a hand knit romance. So 22 designs. I was looking through that, and it's got some pretty cute designs. And I will show you the hat that I'm almost done. This one's going to be for my mom. Alright, so the bags that I have been making, this one was the first batch that I did, and this one is linen. So it's got, the drawstring is in the middle, and then it has the little ties on both sides. So you pull it through and you just do a knot. So yeah, I really like these bags. I did it out of linen and some other material, which I'll show you. I did the hat, so I have my sister and her husband and their 6-month-old baby, 5-month-old, I forget. Anyhow, so I did matching hats, so same design, just this is a white color and then still the same gray And so I did a couple different sizes just because I like a really close knit hat to my head, more like a fisherman's hat, and I think they're more of a slouchy, like her husband wears more slouchy stuff, so I made it his a little bit bigger, and then they can kind of, you know, have an extra one to play with. And then I also, this is a headband. And I made her a headband one because I've been wearing these a lot, just because if I have my hair up or something, you can just throw on the headband and it keeps you completely warm. And it is superwash merino, but not like the super plasticky feeling. And then this is, I'm really hoping it fits for the baby, the 6-month-old baby. I was like, I don't know, but heads I guess are pretty big. It has some stretch, but yeah, I'm excited that they're gonna get like this matchy thing. So yeah, the other pattern that I got, and I ended up getting more fabric, is this one, which is not Christmassy, but I really like it. Just a very generic one. It has coffee in it. I can smell the coffee coming through. And so I got that one. And so my next batch is definitely more Christmassy stuff, like the greens and the reds and stuff like that. So this is my collection of presents that I'm slowly just compiling. So this is the same headband that I made for myself. It's a little bit of a bigger size, and it fits nice and over my ears and stuff. It is a little bit loose for me. I think it was a 4 size in, but I really like this color. It goes, I think, well with my complexion. I got this fabric from my mom because she loves pink, but it's very not Christmassy. That's why I'm doing some more. But my mom I made some of these bags just with the regular drawstring at the top last year, and she uses them all for like re-gifting things and takes the bags back. And last year I embroidered on a bunch of the linen bags, like happy birthday. So this is the Arnie and Carlos scarf pattern that I did last year, and I finally got to wear it. I wore it at knit night because I finished it in the springtime, and then you just have to like put it away. So this one's like S9669 or something like that. So that is the same yarn as the hat pattern. Yeah, I made the linen one, a bigger one for here. I found at the my mom is Dutch. My mom's from Holland, and she came over when she was like 10 or 11, and I found a book about people who came over from Holland and their journeys and stuff. And oh, that one's a puzzle. It's about Holland, but this is the book that I got her. To All of My Children's the story of the post-war Dutch immigration to Canada, and it has like lots of pictures. I was able to flip through it all. They had a copy at the Dutch store. It's in Coombs. I forget even the Dutch store's name. It's like right next to Goats on the Roof. It's just down the street from it. And I was just there today because I did all my Christmas shopping early, and then I bought some marzipan chocolate, and I made the mistake of just like having one, and I ate all the rest of them. So I went today to go pick up some more marzipan chocolate, and they only bring it in around Christmas apparently. So I'm gonna get my marzipan fix. the 6:15 departure bay to Horseshoe Bay. I'm in Langley right now. I'm seeing some of my partner's family is here. It's about a week before Christmas, so doing Christmas festivities over here. It snowed, as you can tell, and that bridge we passed over when it first opened up, maybe like 10 years ago, they had like icicle problems where it snowed and then icicles came down onto people's cars. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, it's raining now, but if it gets cold, it's gonna be very icy. Alright, so today has been like a mix of snow. We started with snow, rain, we're back to now sun. So it's been a mix of everything. Today the morning was so choppy. The ferry ride, we were on the second level and the waves were actually coming up and it felt like we were kind of like drunk walking around on the ferry. We did arrive and saw a couple of cars in the ditches. It is sunny now, which means that it's going to be slick tonight, so going to be icy. So we're kind of going to be bunkering down for tonight and just having some good food, hanging with some people, and heading back tomorrow. So we're hoping that it won't be snowing, but that's just how it goes. Yeah, so Langley's about an hour away from the ferry. We're going to be taking the Horseshoe Bay back to Departure Bay Ferry and then back home. I'm on the ferry back home. It was fun. We went to Robson Square and they have an ice rink there. You can rent skates. And then we got some Thai food. I forgot how big the buildings were and how many people were there. So it definitely was a nice little trip, and all the traffic as well. But it was just nice to be out and about and then come back and on the ferry now. And very different weather yesterday with the crazy snow and roads not plowed, and today it's bright and sunny. It did get really icy last night, so it was nice to see the sun. When it's clear out, means it's gonna get icy. So yeah, we're just on our way home. So last year, or maybe even the year before, I started doing Christmas cakes because my dad really likes Christmas cakes. And they're just so expensive, and I did the first ones with, you know, the store-bought candy and the dried fruit and all that stuff, put it all in. But I started researching it a bit more, and what I started to do is doing rum toff. So you add rum with your seasonal berries, and you start doing that in September or July, depending on your season. So usually I'll have like cherries, and then you always fill it up with rum. Leave it on your counter, and then strawberries and blueberries. This one just has blueberries because we went blueberry picking quite a bit. And then you always fill it up so that all the berries are underneath your rum. And then you can put it in your fridge and you can use it for ice cream or anything like that. So what I did, I think it was last year or the year before, I think it was last year was my first one. I made, instead of buying all the fruit from the store or drying my own fruit, I drained well, I didn't drain it, I saved the rum to make flavored rum. But you can also use vodka, and then I used the berries from that. Which one did I do first? So this is the first one that I did, and you can see it's a lot more denser. So because there's so much rum into this, I did this one in September or October, early October. I think it was the end of September I did it. So this is just saturated with alcohol, and then I wrap them up in saran wrap. I think traditionally what they did is had like a tea towel that they soaked in rum or vodka and then wrapped it up, and then I put it in your crisper. But I just wrap it up in saran wrap and put it in the crisper, and it just stays there until till Christmas. And I did this last year, and it was so good, and it just tasted so yummy. So I still have quite a bit because we did so many blueberries. So I think this might be the blueberry and cherry one because we also did some cherry picking. And you can see the alcohol kind of seeping through, and this one isn't as thick as that one. This one I did in November, so this one I did a bit later, and you can see it's a darker shade too. I think one might have been vodka, and then the other one might have been rum. But yeah, rum toff, it's like an old traditional. So I decided to organize my yarn. We got some new bedding and stuff, so there's these clear plastic things that they came in, so I'm going to reuse them to store some of my yarn. So that's what I got from the knitting swap in my area. In my area there's a lot of fiber as well, and when people pass away they have huge fiber sales, so a lot of the times you go there and they'll get like, you know, a grocery bag for 20 bucks, and you know, they're just what they are. So some of it is that, some of it's gifts, and then some of it's like what I give to other people too. Alright, so I found another box, but I put all of my sock yarn into this one. So this is the Tuffy one from Briggs & Little that I really like for winter socks. It's 80% wool and 20% nylon. So I found the needle size, so that's the size of it. I think it's a 3, US 3, but I can't find, there's nothing written on it. And this is compared to, you know, your 9-inch circular regular sock needle, so quite a big difference in the needle size. So I'm going to put those needles in. I found a box down there, so that's going to be a cotton one because I'm not knitting cotton right now. And I found another box. I found this needle gauge in one of my bags, but I don't actually know how to use it, so I don't know if you just put I guess you just put the very tip of it in. I don't know. Alright, because you're not really are you putting the thickest part in? I'm gonna have to Google this. Well, I found my finger puppet I made last year. No eyes, or I think it was supposed to be a bunny, all smushed up face. Maybe it's this way. No, I think there's supposed to be a nose. Anyhow, I didn't complete it, but alright, so stock yarn has a home in this great basket thing. I just wanted to show you I had on my bed too was these. I just washed them. I made those last year, and that's with the Briggs & Little Tuffy socks. So just a really good hardy sock, and I think it's just a vanilla sock pattern. I think I used. And then, no, you know what? I used a combination of the vanilla sock pattern, and then there was another one that's in my Ravelry page. And so I just did a combination because she had a different heel than I had, but I just wanted the stitches so I didn't have to figure out the math because it is a bit different gauge of course, and a different thickness of yarn. Well, good morning. It is a couple days before Christmas, and I'm getting my car serviced today, and I thought I'd show you around a little bit around Parksville. Apparently there was freezing rain last night, but we're kind of in a low area. The weather's been completely different this year. Usually we get a little bit of snow in December, more in January, February, but we've had so much snow and black ice, and yeah, we're just not really used to it, or at least I'm not. So I thought I'd take you around to show a little bit. I'm going to do some shopping. There's a great thrift store here, so I'm going to go have a look at that and wait for my car to get serviced. Alright, just picked up my car and now on the way to get the gobble gobble. I got the turkey. I brought my baster with me. So this is my stack of fabrics. I need to cut off the corners. I have pressed them, so I need to match them up and sew so they'll be nice boxed corners. Well, I'm hoping you are having a cozy winter solstice. You're staying happy and snuggly, crafting or snowing or doing whatever you're doing. And I shall talk to you later. I think he's gonna fall asleep. Doesn't want to look up, does he? He is purring though. Bye.